Hey y'all, it's your girl REXRU saying, and I'm back with another prophetic word. Okay, so it took me a while to get to y'all because I had to take another shower. I already woke up and took a shower, but it's some things that before you speak, you have to take a shower to say, because cleanliness is next to godliness. However the case may be, so a lot of people may not be aware, and you taxpayers should be listening up to this as well. So I don't work right now. And one of the reasons why I don't work is because I know that a lot of our taxpaying money goes to fund public housing like NYCHA. Now, NYCHA is trying to get a bill passed through our Governor Kathy, to have billions of dollars funded to them. God is not gonna let it happen. That's first thing first, because our dollar is by August, y'all gonna see why. By the end of August, y'all gonna see why God is not gonna allow it to happen. Enough is enough, okay? For ages, they have been stealing taxpayers' money and funding their own family and making sure their own family has good housing, but then leaving these people to suffer, breathing, just live in means that they know it's not okay for people to live. But because it's not their house, because it's not their family, it's because it's not their way of life, and because it's not their children, they don't care. God would not allow any one of them people to see one dime of that $1 billion that they're trying to steal from America, because that's what they're trying to do. Now, I live in these conditions. Not only do I refuse to go to give taxes to people like this, not the people who live here because they deserve the taxpayers' money, but the people who interfere before they even get the money. Now, throughout the pandemic, they already had a bill passed where they were granted money. They didn't do nothing with their money. They built, stuff that they could have built before they even got that money. That should have been built with all the grants that they got in the past. They using old material, stuff they had for ages. It's not fair. Now, Greg Rush is the manager of the NYCHA in general for private housing, because he know the prophecy of God. He know that the prophecy of God is real. He know what happened in 2020. So in 2020, he wasn't the privatizer. They got people thinking, because they know that black people suffer, black and brown people suffer for the lack of knowledge for what they don't know. Okay? They got them thinking that if public housing become private, they're going to become homeless. No, I'm going to tell you who will become homeless. People that don't belong here. They don't have a citizenship to be here. Because like I said, right now you don't have to have a birth certificate or a social security card or proof of being American to stay in public housing. So, of course, anybody who came from somewhere else, a third world country, and live here now, they just grateful to have a place to stay. I know what it's like to live a good life. I'm not saying I had the best life from my parents, but I know what it's like to live a good life. You understand what I'm saying? I know that it's not okay for people to live beneath health hazards. I walked downstairs one time. I see something about, what is that? What is that you're not supposed to be breathing in? Lead or something. It was something serious. But they hang around these posters. Now I'm going to go see if it's down there today. Hang around posters about stuff that can really cause you to have cancer. And mind you, people who don't belong here, who don't have citizenship to be here, of course they okay with living like this, because it's better than where they came from. But me, I was born here. My mother was born here. My grandmother was born here. Her mother was born here. Okay? We are American. Okay? We endure a lot of stuff to be American. To this day, I endure a lot of stuff just to be black in America. But it's not fair that people come over here yesterday and get treated with the same respect that I do. But if I went to their country, they'll behead me. Do understand that? So NYCHA is currently asking for billions of dollars. God said they won't see it. But for those who listening to the authority, who God is going to give the money to, is our judicial system, the Department of Correction, and our judges. Why? Because not only will his children need the justice, but y'all going to need the justice too. And we are no longer here by ourselves. Like I said, the giants are here. And there's a lot of other things that I can't explain, that my stomach can't handle. Okay? Stuff that we have never experienced before. I'm not scared of this is a human being next door, and stuff I don't want to talk about, but he's a human. There are things that I can't stomach to talk about. That y'all will have, if y'all want to give billions before it's too late, before the dollar fell, give those billions to our Department of Correction. If you plan ahead for yourself, give it to the NYPD. Give it to our judges. They will need it. Justice comes from the Lord. Justice was created before the foundation of the earth, and God said that justice will prevail. Okay, justice is not for just God's children. Justice is for everybody. However, you know, God's words, God said that heaven and earth will pass away, but his word shall come to pass. Greg Russ tried to tell y'all what to do. Now you're acting like y'all want people to start dropping dead. Who you think is afraid of y'all? God did not give me the spirit of fear, but a power and love and a sound mind. People try to tell me I shouldn't be here, but this is my only option. Because of the stuff that happened in America in the past. You know, my family is broken up. My family is gone. They dead and gone. Understand? But that don't mean that I should be treated like my life don't matter when it does. When it's my ancestors who built this nation up. You know, people died who look like me for us to even have public housing. But now it's time for public housing to be private for our security. And yes, the people who don't belong here will be homeless. But trust me, America has enough money to get them plane tickets back home. To wherever they came from. We can do DNA tests. Ain't nobody afraid of y'all. It is not okay to treat people like crap. It is not okay to suppress people who are already suppressed. It is not okay to ignore lives that do matter. It might have been happening for a long time, but it is not okay. God is not pleased. You can't get away with stuff like that forever. Justice will prevail inside the earth. Yes, while I'm living, while I'm alive, I will live to see it. No, y'all can't do this to people. They suffering because they don't know no better, but I know better. I know a lot better. I might upload this to YouTube and Instagram. I know a lot better. Okay, I know a lot better. And that's why those giants is here now. Because y'all keep fucking around. It's your girl, RAXRUC. Remember, do what you got to do for you.